Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the What It Do podcast. Well, shit, guys, welcome back to another episode of the What It Do podcast. In the studio this week, we got Mr. JOJO BARQUERA.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thanks for coming on, bro. I know we talked a lot before the podcast, but man, you were giving me some good info.
Yeah. What were y'all talking about? Ivermectin. I kind of missed that.
Well, we were talking about because, of course, he works out. Obviously, he built like a brick shit house, you know. And I'm trying to get on this level too, you know. And of course, my level's a lot slower because I haven't worked out in so long. But we were talking about like what kind of supplements he was on and stuff like that. And then he was kind of just like really hitting on the fact that you need binders when you take some of this stuff. And of course, this shit I didn't know. You know, I know about the vitamin D3. Of course, you want to take it with some K2, some zinc when you're taking supplements because zinc is the fucking, what they call it. It's the door that opens up the cells, you know, lets the shit in, you know, lets the good vitamins in and all the waste out. But he was telling me about, you know, like when taking the proteins, taking, you know, of course, the binders, and all of it. And I'm real curious, man, because, you know, I go down this rabbit hole about parasites and stuff like that. And then you come to find out that, at least from what I was, you know, the shit that I saw. Of course, I sent you that shit. I don't know if I sent you or I was talking to you about it.
No, we were talking about it.
These CIA papers that came out, you know, they've been declassified since as of today or yesterday, something like that. And basically talking about how, a huge percentage, if not like up to 90% of like cancers that people are getting are from parasites.
Exactly.
You know, and
exactly. That's what's happening. A lot of people didn't realize it. You know, everybody eats red meat, fish, chicken,
sushi,
everything.
Yeah.
But if you're not cleansing your body out from these parasites, you're causing yourself a lot of damage. They're just recycling into your organs and your system. So I did some ivermectin cleanses, but I was doing it all wrong. And when I met the lady over here at the place at Nature Set, she pretty much schooled me on everything and how you have to have a binder with the ivermectin cleanse. Okay. So if not, you're just, like I told you earlier, you're just reinfecting your body. Yeah. So it's not...
like you're taking them out of one place and they just get into something else.
Somewhere else in your body. So you want a binder, like a charcoal binder or a clay binder, to bind those parasites and send them out of your body. Okay. So if you're not doing that, then you're just reinfecting yourself.
Yeah.
This might be a little bit too much information, but I'm curious. Like, did you do the whole cleanse?
Yes, I was telling Oscar that I'm on a year-round cleanse. I started off, I didn't know much about probiotics, and so I was taking probiotics wrong. There's prebiotics and probiotics, so you want to take your probiotic at night right before you go to sleep. Okay. Because a lot of people don't understand that, you know, when you're asleep and you're dead sleep and you're REM sleep, that every organ in your body shuts down except for your heart and your lungs. Yeah. Everything else shuts down. So nothing's working. So if you don't have any working enzymes in your stomach working while you're asleep, you're not doing your stomach any justice. Yeah. So I was taking probiotics in the morning like a dumbass. But I started learning how to do all that. And so before you start any of these great holistic cleanses that I was telling you about, you have to be on a probiotic for 2 weeks before you start. Okay. So the way the cycle of the cleanses go is you start off doing a liver cleanse. Okay. And right after that, you go straight to a lymph gland cleanse. And then after that cleanse, you go to the gallbladder. Okay. Okay. Then after the gallbladder, you do kidney.
So you're taking care of the whole system. Yeah, the whole system.
But usually these cleanses are a 30-day cleanse. Okay. So the liver cleanse is 30 days. I think the longest cleanse that took me was the gallbladder cleanse was 45 days. Okay. But other than that, you have to wait 2 weeks before you start a next cleanse. But it's a year-round thing. Yeah. Okay. So it don't matter if you go over a year, you still keep the cycle going. So after the gallbladder cleanse, you go straight to the kidneys. Okay. Then you can incorporate a little bit of ivermectin in there every now and then. And then you go from the kidney, you go to a heavy metal flush.
Yeah.
You want to get all the heavy metals out of your body. Some of you get them from vaccines. Some of you get them mostly from the green leaf vegetables that we eat.
Yeah.
Cadmium,
Yeah.
stuff like that is bad for you. And so after that, sometimes you want to do a pancreatic flush.
Yeah.
Then you just start right back over.
Yeah.
Go back to the liver. And before you know it, your body is just completely clean.
So when you're doing these cleanses, man, do you, I mean, do you feel a noticeable difference?
Great difference. When I did my first liver cleanse, I think for like the first 3 days, I had a fucking terrible headache. Like it's just where it's throwing all the toxins out. It's getting everything out. And then after that, I started feeling really good. I was having a little trouble with some bloating in my stomach, and I'm a little bit older, 54, but I was having a little bit of trouble retaining a lot of water. Me being an ex-fighter, like I'm just not retaining so much water, and so I was having a lot of trouble. And so I met the lady, and she told me, let's start with your liver. I'm going to take you through the whole thing. And I think after about a week, man, I started feeling fucking great.
Oh, no shit.
So, really good. I started feeling really good, and like everything was starting to work really well. I felt my blood flow was just out of the roof. It was just great, man.
Yeah.
And so I was like, after a couple of weeks, I went back in there to see her, and I told her, thank you. I'm not even done with this, but thank you.
Yeah, you feel better.
I already feel great.
Yeah. Well, I know you got to like get that stuff out of your body, like, do you, I don't know about you guys, but do you ever like look back? Cause I'm like, I want to know what's coming out, cause I'm like, I want to make sure we're good. When you were doing these cleanses, was there anything?
That's kind of where I was going to when I said I don't want to ask too much information, but
cause I mean, it's kind of one thing you need to, obviously you got to know what you're taking in, right?
Yeah.
But you also want to know what's coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not looking at your stool in the mornings when you go to the restroom, or whenever you do go to the restroom, you're not seeing what's coming out of you.
Yeah.
So
did you notice anything that was
when I did the ivermectin cleanse, I could see like little pieces of rice in there, and I was like, what the hell is that?
That ain't rice.
Those are parasites.
Yeah.
Holy
Those
shit.
are parasites.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew, hey, this shit's working. Like when I did the first ivermectin cleanse, I didn't see any of that, but when I started taking the binder with it, the clay binder, I was like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be doing to your body.
Okay.
Back in the 30s and the 40s, doctors were prescribing people ivermectin.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was
I don't
normal.
know what the fuck happened. They got I don't know if it was the FDA, but they got doctors to stop prescribing to these people because I've always said, and maybe some of these doctors don't want people to be healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they're incentivized, man, where it's like, hey, let's step away from the holistic stuff and let's prescribe these people medicine, Because like I was telling you earlier, there used to be this protocol called the Rexall protocol. And what it was just high fiber. You started feeling like shit, bloating, whatever. You would get on this, I think it was like a 7 to 10 day protocol, where you were taking fiber in the morning, before you ate, during lunch. It's just to kind of help you flush everything out,
For the last 4 years, I've been on a real high fiber diet, and I used to think, like seeing the Metamucil, I take the Equate stuff at Walmart, But I used to think, well, that's for old people. I don't need that much fiber in me. But I started taking this stuff, and it just turned my life around, man.
Yeah.
Like if you're not on a high fiber diet, like a lot of us don't eat a lot of the plants and the fruits every day like we're supposed to.
Yeah.
But this psyllium fiber has got plants and fruits in it. You know what I mean? I had a doctor that I see at the gym every morning, and I was telling him that I've been on it for each serving of that is like eating 2 green apples a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, it's just great fiber. You got to make sure you're eating a lot of fiber. You're intaking a lot of fiber.
Yeah.
I don't like the gummies.
Yeah.
They fucking.
They don't work.
I didn't like that shit. I didn't like the gummies, so I just stick with, before I eat, I make sure I make my little.
Well, a lot of people don't know, man. Since like early 60s, man, a lot of the fiber got taken out of our diet. with your enriched rice, basically quote unquote enriched stuff.
Enriched flour on your bread.
Yeah, which of course, all that shit, it's literally covered in the fiber that it comes with, The rice used to have the fucking little husk on it, and now they clean it all out, So you don't get that fiber tied in with anything.
Yeah, they process a lot of that.
A
shit
lot of
now.
it, yeah.
And then I know fiber used to be really good for you. I mean, rice used to be really good for you back in the day, back when we were fighting back in the 90s and stuff.
A billion Chinese people can't be wrong.
I mean, hey,
I hate
but
the shit out of it.
once they started processing a lot of that stuff, they started messing it up. That's why the heavy metal flush that you take, it's a fermented flush. You gotta mix it up with a little bit of juice and stuff before you take it in the mornings. But if you're not flushing those heavy metals out of you, like you get a lot of that stuff from processed foods, man.
Yeah. Well, it's all garbage, man. There's nothing but garbage nowadays.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier too, and we were talking. I remember first aid kits, like way back in the day. My dad, he was a paramedic at one time, and he had this big, looked like a tackle box, and it had all of his everything he needed. You know what I mean? If he got on a call, but it always had a bottle of castor oil in there.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
They don't have it anymore though. Like they don't give that to you anymore. But it's not because it doesn't work. I feel like it's because now they have like a big bag that has nothing but pills and shit in there now.
Yeah. It's one of the old school cleansing mechanisms that they used to use. Like, I mean, you only clean your body out, just take a couple of spoons of castor oil.
Yeah, it'll clean you up.
Man, one time I used to take the apple cider vinegar. And one time I took too much and it fucked me up.
Oh yeah.
And so now I can't even smell it, but now I take the little capsules of apple cider vinegar, and it's good. It's good. That helps you a lot with the water retention.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to carry a lot of water in you. Of course, the summer's coming up. You want water in you. You just don't want the bad water in you.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you instead of taking a water pill, just stick to apple cider. Little capsules, and they got them there at Walmart, and they're great, man.
Yeah,
they're great.
I hear a lot of people, man, because I'm trying to. There's so much information out there that a lot of it contradicts itself, and it is just like, man, you don't know which direction to go. It's like, what if I take this, it's bad for you, but hey, you need to incorporate this. But you see the next video talking about how bad that is, Then you hear like these like actual practicing doctors say, like, dude, if just focus on handling your inflammation. If you do that, that's a great stepping stone, because you need to get that shit out. You need to get your fucking body under control. And then, and of course that comes with like the cleansing, that comes with eating better. That comes with, apple cider vinegar to kind of help your liver and the shit that if they go bad, you're dead.
Yeah.
Cause you only got one fucking liver and you got two kidneys, but
you don't want to be down.
Yeah, you don't want to be down one.
I haven't eaten fast food in fucking forever. Me and my wife tried to eat fast food one time, and I got sick.
Oh yeah,
like your body just can't.
Yeah,
it can't.
Yeah, especially
it's not built to process.
Especially when you've gone to more natural stuff and cooking at home.
You're
and
eating clean.
Yeah, eating clean.
All I do is eat at home.
Yeah,
and I cook my own food, and I just I believe in eating a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still, you hear these guys, I don't know, all the carbs. But, man, the way I work out 2.5 fucking hours a day. And I work out hard.
Yeah.
I don't play around.
Burn those
I'm
carbs.
Go in there. I'm not going in there to talk to anybody. I'm not going in there to show off. I don't go in there with my little skimpy shirts and posing in front of the mirror and taking selfies. I don't do none of that shit. I go in there and I train my body.
Yeah.
I train my body really hard. And, but when it comes to supplements, like I heard you talking about zinc earlier, those GNC multivitamins every day, that's all you need, 2 a day, because you don't want to take too much zinc and then you start poisoning your body.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't want to start taking a multivitamin like that. It's got the perfect amount of zinc in there for a man. And then you start dropping more zinc supplements in it, and before you know it, you start feeling like shit.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful. I've always believed in the KISS system. KISS. Just kiss it. Keep it simple, stupid.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
So just keep it simple, stupid. Don't try to overdo it with all this other stuff. And a lot of people think that maybe I take a whole bunch of supplements, and I just take a regimen of supplements in the day with my protein shake, and that's it.
Uh-huh.
Then at night time, I might follow up with a little bit more where I got to take 2 a day or whatever. Then I take my 2 a day before I eat. And my body's been good, man. My body's, other than my fucking knee, of course, still waiting for another surgery. But
That's different, though.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
But I've learned to, I don't know, maybe boxing all my life just taught me to block out the fucking pain. I don't let it.
You don't let it bother you.
I don't let it bother me too much. I'm not a pain freak or anything like that. I'm not into stuff like that. But I just I learned at a young age to just block that shit out and just go.
Do you still do any of your like boxing regiments? You know, when you work out.
There at Shannon Health Club, they got bags. You know, but I just I've gotten into weightlifting. Like I was telling Abraham, really lifted weights. Boxing, they wouldn't really allow it, but I just started lifting weights again like 7 months ago, and I feel great. You know, I'm stronger.
See, I don't know how big you were 7 months ago, but for you to tell me, it's like I just started lifting 7 months ago, and I'm like, dude, you're kind of big for 7 months.
I had surgery on my knee on March 19th of last year.
Okay,
and then I just fucking laid around, man. And I was miserable. And I was, my knee. And I was being a big old fucking baby.
Yeah.
And I got fat.
I know the type.
And I just gained so much weight. And so when I started working out with Sergio about close to 8 months ago, I was 287 pounds.
No shit.
And I weighed out at the gym today 240.
Wow.
Damn, dude, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, man, I worked hard at it. And I said, I'm not gonna lay around anymore and feel sorry for myself. And I just got after it, man. And pays off, you know, but you got to work hard at it.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can go and do, especially at my age. You're going to go Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you're good, and go sit in the sauna. No, if you want some results, you're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
You're going to have to cause some pain on your body. You know, the old slogan that Arnold Schwarzenegger would use, no pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
But you know what, like, if you don't push your body to the extreme.
Well, let me ask you this. Define push your body. Because I'm like, I'll get out there and I'm fucking, like, I'm working up a good sweat. You know what I mean? To the point where I'm just like, there's my last fucking rep. And trying to get it up. And I'm like, all right, man, that's it. I can't get it up, you know?
So you want to make yourself stronger, better here and inside your body, inside your core.
Yeah.
You have to push your body to failure.
Okay.
To failure. To almost to where your arms are just shaking. Your whole body is just trembling.
What?
Do you work out with the spotter?
No.
You need to.
Well, the reason I don't is because the only person that can go with me, you know, of course I'm not having to pay somebody because like the gym I go to, no one talks to each other, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone minds their own business or whatever. So what I do, I don't do heavy weights. Like I go up there. Well, I'm lying. No, I fucking don't. Because I do like fucking anywhere from 12 to 15 reps, you know, and then I'll sit there because it's not high weight, you know. I don't want to put, like, to me, it's like I just want the endurance, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get where I can I'm not winded when I'm after doing something.
The reason I say you really, I mean, obviously for safety reasons, you should have a spotter, but to get to that point of failure, like right there where you're like, okay, you know, I can't do it no more, I'm good. When you have that spotter, he can push you to get one more up, and then when you really seriously can't, and it's he's like, there. Then he's there to pick it up. But when you're like, okay, that's enough because I'm shaking and I don't want to drop it. When you have somebody else there, you're going to go just a little bit more. You really hit. I mean, you might already be almost failure, but you haven't really.
I don't see. That's what I was asking because I don't go to the point where I drop the weights where I'm like, oh, all right, bring them back down, and I hold them.
Yeah.
And then I sit there and I think sometimes like, damn, I could have done that.
Well, we were talking about power and explosion, and where I've learned to incorporate a lot of my power from my core and from the hip thrust exercises that I was telling you about how strong it's made me. I didn't know much. I would see people get on there, especially women, and I'd be like, that's crazy, you know, what are they doing? But this guy showed me how to do those hip thrusts, and I've become a lot more powerful. It's like strengthened my core. I already had a strong core from boxing. Yeah. It's all coming from your will right here. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I started doing the the hip thrusters exercise, and I've become a lot stronger. Like, for example, this morning, I put 365 pounds on the bench press, and I had a guy there just spotting me, and I did 3 reps of it.
Okay.
And rested for 30 seconds, got back under there and did 3 more.
Whew.
And I want to push myself to where I can do 4 plates with 410 pounds.
Oh shit! Okay.
Man.
And at my age, like, one of the trainers there in the gym was like, it's just fucking crazy, bro. Like, at your age, it's unbelievable how strong you are.
Yeah.
But I think it's got a lot to do with the core.
Yeah.
The core.
Plus, you have your fighter mentality too.
That too.
So that's a big deal right there.
I train my stomach every day at the end.
Okay.
Do my crunches. I train my stomach. I put weight on there, and I get it. Like, I make sure my stomach is strong.
Yeah.
Like, there for a little bit, I thought I had a hernia. I would tell my ex-wife, I think I got a fucking hernia. She'd be like, well, you're the one in there doing your shit. Well, and then I'll be like, I went to go see the doctor, and she's like, you don't have a hernia. You just got a lot of fluid.
Yeah.
And I have my doctor, Dr. Burpee, is a more of a holistic doctor.
Okay.
And she was like, you need to go and see if you can go and get you a gallbladder cleanse. And then I started doing the gallbladder cleanse, and I just started feeling so much better. All the pain went away.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize you got to cleanse your gallbladder also. You know what I mean?
Because
It's just specific things that you got to cleanse.
What are you cleansing out of there? The gallstones, I guess, trying to get that.
I don't know if you got gallstones in there, but just a lot of the old nasty grease that you've been eating that just stays in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That's what the gallbladder does, is just processes a lot of the greasy stuff that we eat.
Yeah.
And so while you're doing a gallbladder cleanse, like, you're not even, like, don't eat no fried chicken.
No, yeah.
No, you don't want to do
You
that.
don't want to overload your system while you're trying to cleanse
You don't
it
want
and
to
shit.
do that. But like, you can just tell a big difference. Like, and then I got to where I didn't even want to eat any kind of fried foods. Or
That's crazy how that works, right? Because like,
Yeah.
if you get to the point where it's like you start cleansing yourself, or like when I noticed this when I was drinking like really sweet shit. I was drinking like your sweet teas and stuff like that. I was like, what, I'm gonna cut sugar out, and I cut it out for a good month and a half. Yeah. And I remember I went to a restaurant and I asked for an unsweet tea. Well, they brought me a sweet tea. And oh my God, dude, my fucking teeth hurt from how sweet it was.
Your
I was
body
like,
goes into shock.
Yes.
It's a lot of us are. I've stopped drinking regular sodas, like that can of soda you got right there.
Coke Zero.
Like up to about past halfway is all sugar.
Yeah.
And a lot of us get addicted to this sugar habit, and it's wrong. You're poisoning your body. So
Yeah.
I used to drink Diet Cokes before, and then I just went back to it, and it's helped me out a lot. I can't be around any kind of sugars. It hurts me. Like, I eat some sweet stuff every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what my wife would call the tiramisu cake, or my ex-wife would call it the tiramisu cake or something like that. But I would like to have some pieces of that, every now and then.
Okay.
I eat my cookies every now and then, but I just don't overdo it.
Yeah.
It's not right. You're doing your body some injustice, and it's wrong. You're poisoning yourself.
Especially as hard as you work, you know what I mean? And then to just be like,
you're working,
"How many
people
cookies
working,
now?"
people
The whole sleeve
working
of
hard
cookies.
as a mechanic.
I'm guilty of it.
You're working hard in the oil fields. You're working hard in the gym. You're working hard, and you're not doing yourself any justice by poisoning your body with a bunch of sugars.
Yeah.
It's not right.
I remember reading that I don't remember what book it was I was reading, but they were talking about sugar and how addictive it is, and people, it's harder to kick a sugar habit than it is a heroin habit. And I was like, that's one hell of a thing to say, because people that are trying to kick heroin, I mean, they go through hell to kick that. So you're telling me that kicking sugar for some people is harder than that?
Oh, I believe
that's
it, man.
wild.
I believe it.
And then a lot of these parents get these kids, they program into eating all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it's wrong.
Yeah.
McDonald's
That's why
every day.
I'm big on the Maha thing. Like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people don't like Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck, whatever. I'm like my dad. I'm gonna like who I like. I'm gonna do what I do.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe in, and that's it. And you're not gonna fucking talk me out of it.
Yeah.
But I was telling you, Donald Trump helped so many young black and Hispanic fighters back in the day, helped them come up. I think a lot of people don't realize that, but with this Maha movement, man, it's serious. Like, what do you want to do? You want to be unhealthy or you want to be healthy?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and a lot of people just refuse to see the correlation from like the vaccines and autism. You know, and I'm not saying that fucking, you know, be anti-vax or nothing like that, because they've actually had some really good fucking, you know, success with it, you know.
Yeah.
But to sit there and not really focus on the correlation of the two.
Yeah, I didn't like none of the COVID vaccines. It's just, to me, it's just, it's just too fast and poking people.
I have to say this real quick. We're not doctors. You take our advice at your own risk. Okay?
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But as far as like flu vaccines and pneumonia vaccines, like those are really important.
Yeah.
I think you should get vaccinated for that shit because, you know, there's always a different strain of pneumonia coming around. And if you're not vaccinated for that shit, it can fuck you up.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing you want is be out there in the oil fields with fucking pneumonia. I've done it. It's not good.
I've had the flu out there, and I was fucking sick as a dog. I was puking. You would think after you puke, you'd feel better, man. But it was the flu, man, and it just wasn't getting better. I mean, all I wanted to do was I just need a day, you know. And my driller was like, "You're already out here. Might as well get on that floor and make some money." And I'm like,
my cousin,
work it out.
Like my cousin Sammy Garcia, I would always tell him, "Hey man, you know, make sure you get your flu vaccine. Make sure you get your pneumonia vaccine." I don't need it. And then I'd call him and I'd be like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Oh, I got fucking pneumonia real bad."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What did I tell you, bro?
shit.
I tell you, I know you're hard headed, but listen to me."
Yeah.
So I've been real lucky. I came back with pneumonia after my first hitch when I went back out to the oil fields not too long ago, and it was not fun. And then when you're older, I guess when you're younger, yeah, you can fight it off. But when you're older, it just takes so much longer for it to get you out of your system, and it does more damage to you. So ever since then, I'm like, yeah, Dr. Burby was like, yeah, you make sure you get your pneumonia vaccine, make sure you get your flu vaccine.
Yeah.
Pneumonia is the lungs, right?
Yeah.
Fill up the fluid. And, yeah, it's not good.
Damn.
Yeah. See, and I've never taken the flu vaccine because my mom does. And every time she takes it, she gets the flu, and I'm like, "Would you stop taking it?" You know.
But you might get the flu, you just don't get it as bad. Because I know some people that got the flu, like my cousin David got his gut over the flu about a week and a half ago. I talked to him, he was fucking dying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want the flu like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can get the flu, all right, a little bit, get vaccinated. The symptoms aren't as bad. You know, just because you get a flu vaccine doesn't mean you're guaranteed not to get the flu. You're just not going to get it as bad.
Yeah. I got it one time, man. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sweat this motherfucker out. You know, I did a gator road in my sheets, you know, and I stayed there, dude. I was like, give me some Pedialyte. And I burned through that shit, man. It was bad. It sucked. The body aches, the fucking sweat. Like, I wanted to take that shit off. I'm like, God damn, I just need some fucking air, you know? But then I would do that. I'm like, oh, I'm freezing. Fucking get back.
Your temperature shifts so bad.
Oh, yeah.
You're hot, and then you're cold, and then you're hot, and you're cold. And it just, that virus is just tricking your body, tricking everything. And your blood cells are just multiplying by the thousands, and it's crazy, and it overtakes your body, and it's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
I know people die from the flu every year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's right, you know.
Yeah. A lot less died in 2020. from the flu. It disappeared that year. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, COVID was just a real bad, nasty flu.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I said I got COVID, and I got the pretty ass into the stick on that one.
Yeah.
You know, but I still talk a lot of shit. So
I mean, it's still around, you know. Now they go and test you, and they can tell whether you got the regular flu
Yeah. Do they actually
or the mosquito flu or the fucking COVID?
Yeah. Do they actually have something for it now? Like, because I remember when it first hit, you know, the only thing you could do was really the vaccine. But at the time, it was like once you had it, it was no point in doing the vaccine. But I remember people that would have it, they would just send them home. Like, we don't really have nothing to treat you with. Just
oh shit!
Oh, Amber Alert!
Somebody's missing.
I have those turned off.
Yeah. They were just like, you know, we don't really have nothing to give you to treat it, so you just have to go home. Call us if it gets worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So do they have something now?
I don't know.
Do you know?
I couldn't tell you.
Vicks and 7-Up.
Vicks. Ponle Vicks.
Ponte Vicks and go get some 7-Up.
Hey, man, there's something to that, though.
You're going to be all right.
Yeah. Vicks was like a cure-all back in the day.
Dude, I tell you, man, they would do some kind
Put
of
it on
weird
your
shit.
feet, on your chest, underneath your nose.
Yeah, bro. Like, dude, I remember growing up, right? And my mom would do that. Like, we'd get sick, and she would do this. She would get some fucking tomatoes and she would crush them up, and she would warm them up, and it was just nothing but tomatoes. She would like tomato sauce and kind of like tomato the fuck out of it, and salt it up. And she would, while it was hot, not like scorching hot, but it was fucking hot because she would put it on the bottom of your feet, and then she would wrap them up and put socks on.
Holistic stuff, man. That our abuelitas and our abuelitos, like, they knew so much about that stuff. Man.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Well, here's my mom's take on it, right? Because she was like, she would put under here, because like sore throats and shit. She put under here and she would bandage us up and shit. And then she would feed us the tomato shit. Fuck, the next morning it was gone. Yeah. Fucking everything was gone. I'm like, yo, I asked my mom, I was like, yo, what the fuck was all that? She's like, no, it's just little medicine.
Holistic stuff, man. Like Mexicans eat a lot of oregano.
Yeah. Oh, oregano.
And my dad was big on oregano, and now I'm on oregano supplements. So I take 2 a day, and they're antiviral, antimicrobial, anti-everything. I mean, it's good for you. Yeah. It's just great stuff, man.
Well, my mom, man, like if I just told you how my mom grew up, you'd be like, nah, that's kind of crazy. In fucking 21st century, ain't no way, Yeah. But I sat there, man, and I feel like it's crazy because I think about it now. I was like, damn, how much she knew, how much she was told, And I was like, so what was that? What's that medicine? Because I did it to my kids. My kids would feel better, And she was just like, oh, it was nothing. She's like, I don't know. It's just something that was made up by my grandparents. She's like, but the body.
They passed that on.
Yeah.
They passed it on.
Yeah. If you trick the body to tell you it's going to be better, it'll get better. No, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, how do you know about the placebo effect?
Oh, yeah.
Before, without even really knowing it. She's like, the body's a powerful thing. The mind's a powerful thing.
Exactly.
If you tell it you're sick, you're going to get sick.
That's right.
If you tell it, hey, this is a fucking cure-all medicine, it's going to believe, oh, shit, I'm going to get better.
No, a lot of that stuff was passed down generations, man.
Oh, yeah.
And now what a lot of these Raza people are not teaching their kids a lot of this stuff.
No, man, they're not, bro.
Yeah. Like, all those methods are getting lost.
You know what I hear now, man? They're just like, you need to go see the doctor.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, yeah, you're there like 10 minutes and you're leaving out with like 3 prescriptions.
And
go to the doctor, get some antibiotics, get a shot. But really, you can avoid the doctor by doing a lot of good holistic stuff, man.
And working out.
And cleansing your body, keeping it clean year-round, no matter what. Yeah. Like, there's no excuse to not want to keep your body clean.
So how did you find this holistic place? What's it called?
Nature's Touch.
Nature's Touch. Okay.
Yeah, I met a good lady there, and she's a holistic nurse, and we hit it off real good. I was having a lot of problems at the time when I just started working out with Sergio, but I tore my meniscus and ripped open again. So this kooky fucking surgeon that did my first surgery in Odessa prescribed me some oral steroids. And right away, I think 3 days into the cycle of steroids, my body just went bad. Like, I got really sick. My lymph glands were swollen. Next thing you know, I'm pissing fucking stones.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
And it was horrible. I had never pissed out any kind of kidney stones. Yeah. It was horrible. It was one of the worst times in my life.
Yeah.
Not being able to function, not being able to have sex, not being able to do anything because I was always in so much pain. Every time I would go piss, there would be blood. Yeah. It would rip me open. It was horrible. It was a horrible, horrible thing to go through. And so I went to go see Dr. Beatty on my next, and I told him, I was like, I'm real sick right now. Like, the guy prescribed me some, because my knee had swollen up, and he prescribed me some oral steroids. He was like, he never should have prescribed you stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think it affected my kidneys. It started affecting me. And so I went to go see the holistic nurse, and she fixed me up, man.
No
She
shit.
fixed me up. The first cleanse I did was a liver cleanse, and fixed me up, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. It was one of the best things I ever could have done in my life, and I won't ever go back to not being on holistic stuff. And the more I learn about it, I'm still learning. I'm a baby to it still, but I'm learning about a lot more of this stuff as I go along.
Yeah.
It's like the olive oregano. Like, I'd get the capsules, and you smell like a fucking Italian and shit. but it's great. It's really good for you, man. And I had to learn how to take that with a binder.
Yeah.
So I would have every night about 5 o'clock before I eat. I'd take them with some peanut butter crackers, and because if you don't, man, you're gonna be burped. It's really hard. You're gonna have some terrible heartburn. You're not gonna be able to sleep at night. It's just bad. So you got to use a peanut butter and cracker binder with it.
Yeah.
And it helps it settle.
But she describes all this for you, right? Like she'll figure, okay. Because I mean, like a lot of people want to get on the holistic stuff, but there's first of all, there's a lot of information that contradicts itself again. So it's good to get, like, I'm glad I'm getting it from you because I'm really interested. I've been looking at it, but fuck, I don't know anybody who's ever been on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I want firsthand experience. I don't want to watch TikTok videos or YouTube videos. And I'm like, because that's your experience. Yeah. And how do I know? Of course, and all of them is like, I'll link the link below. Just use my name. And I'm like, fuck.
They're trying to sell something.
Yeah, you're just trying to sell me something.
Yeah.
You'll do your first cleanse, would it be the liver cleanse, where you're not going to be able to do any of that.
Oh, that's
for the whole 30-day cleanse. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just something that you're going to have to push to the side and be like, look, this is not for me right now. Let me cleanse myself first.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you're going to be feeling really good. You're going to find yourself not wanting to drink as much. Yeah. And, it's good. Like, I've been drinking, almost 20 years.
God,
but
congratulations on that.
I just stopped from just so much damage in my life.
Yeah.
In and out of the ring.
Yeah.
It was just a bad thing. Like I would fight, and then I would go party for fucking 30 days.
Damn.
And go back into training
and then
camp.
Go back to training camp.
Go back into a 90, 120-day training camp, and then go from 200 pounds, like I would be like 220 sometimes, and make 160 fucking pounds.
God,
it's just crazy.
No shit.
And like, you're just killing yourself. And then I just got tired of it, man. I couldn't do it anymore. And then the drugs, I stopped drinking and I kept doing drugs.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Fuck. Got rid of one and just kept going with the other.
Fucking crazy. And then finally I said, a little bit after my dad passed away, may he rest in peace, but I said, that's it. And I didn't need any NA, any AA. I didn't need none of that shit. I really didn't. I'm a big believer in Jesus. And I'm back in the church now, thanks to my pastor, Aaron Gonzalez, but I just didn't need any of that. I just stopped.
Yeah.
I just got up one day and I said, I'm not fucking doing this anymore.
Yeah, damn.
So
I mean, that's fucking that's a testament to something, because I don't know, there's a lot of people who can't do that.
Like I call him my uncle. He was like my dad's brother, Leandro. Like he was like, hey, orale Pepito. And I said, like, man, I've been drinking almost 20 years, and I've been clean and sober for a long time. And he said, hey, this guy has some fucking huevos to do that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have some fucking balls to not want to go back to that life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy, man.
You got to want it.
It's easy.
Yeah, you have to want it.
It's easy. Man, fuck it, man. Let me get fucked up.
Yeah. Easy to get back into it. Fuck it, the pain in the ass to stop.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, hopefully a fucking liver cleanse and a kidney cleanse will get me away from it. Because I do, man. I mean, I don't drink a lot. But when I do, I drink a lot.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean you got to stop drinking. Yeah. Just for the 30 days you do your liver cleanse, man, go ahead and just cleanse your body out, man. Get those toxins out of you. And then later on, hey, moderate, man. Todo con medida, nada con exceso, eh?
Yeah.
And it'll probably hit you harder, too. Because you're probably like, damn, that one drink was just like, that's all I need.
It would be fucked up and naked.
Fuck yeah. Well, we don't need another one of those podcasts.
This guy's easy.
I was like, dude, this guy's walking out in the camera with his pants down.
Put your pants back on.
That Derek Lewis, he's like, why you take your shorts off? My balls is hot.
Put your pants back on. Ask what the fuck are you doing?
Man. So have you been keeping up with a lot of these new fighters?
A lot of these new fighters, I like Inoue, the Japanese kid, great fighter, man. I'm not big on a lot of this Turkey alley dude coming in trying to take control of boxing. I think like all the old promoters and stuff.
Oh,
like
I know what you're talking about. He's one of the sheiks from
the Turkey guy, and they got a lot of money, bro. So they're gonna buy their way in and start trying to promote fights. I don't like the fact that they have these fights over there in fucking Saudi Arabia and shit, and you got to get up at 8 o'clock in the fucking morning here on a Saturday to watch them. No, that's unacceptable. This is not what. Yeah. There are no boxers in this world, and other than the Mexicans and the Americans.
Yeah.
And the American boxing people, like fans, do not like that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and fucking watch a world championship fight. And so I think I think this Turkey dude got a little bit of the idea, and he's like, yeah, maybe we should go and hold him over there in the United States, Las Vegas, and because you're breaking tradition, man. It's not. Boxing's a very traditional
very much
sport.
Yeah.
People are used to it's going to be on a Saturday night, and everybody's going to be there, and fucking Saturday morning barbecuing, fucking getting fucked up already.
At 7 o'clock in the morning,
getting ready to watch Canelo. And those fucking, it's not right, because those dudes are over there fighting at fucking 3 or 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah, which it throws off their whole regimen too.
Sure,
it's like, oh,
so it's either they fight at nighttime and it's morning time for us, or they fight early in the morning and it's nighttime for us. Either way, everybody's getting fucked over.
Yeah,
it's not right. It's not fair for the fighter. Especially after being in a fucking long training camp, getting ready to make weight, and then you're asking him to get up at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning to go down there and let the doctor look at you before you fight, and you're getting wrapped, and it's fucking 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, and you're just like, no, that's not right. Yeah. There's something really wrong about that.
Yeah,
and I'm not a big fan of that.
Boxing was American born, right? Like it was created here in America.
Well, if I'm correct, it was some of the first boxing matches were over there in Ireland and in England. So, but America perfected it.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen it. There was I've seen some pictures and I've seen some clips, but they're not very good because it's black and white, and it's from like the early 1900s. It's in New York. So boxing didn't even have rounds back then.
Now that they had rounds, they would fight like these guys 42, 43 fucking rounds. It's just crazy until somebody flopped over and
these guys were going like 100 rounds in this one. I can't remember.
With Charlie Chapman, did you see that one?
No,
no, but back in the Jack Johnson days, a little bit before then, these dudes were fighting long fights, 24, 32 rounds, and
how long were the rounds?
Out in the heat and just crazy, and the gloves they wore were just tiny.
It's just wraps, really.
Yeah. We got to see the last 8-ounce glove fight ever in the history of boxing, and it was against Robert Pekin Quiroga in San Antonio. It was at the arena, and he fought a guy named Kitakim Manifawashi, an African fighter, and they used 6-ounce gloves.
Holy shit!
And it was a bloody mess. You can watch it on YouTube, and Kitakim collapsed after the fight. They went the whole 12. Quiroga was just ripped open. Both of them were just ripped open, and then Kitakim had a blood clot, and now he's in a wheelchair, and it was horrible. It was a horrible, bloody fight, and after that fight, they outlawed 6-ounce gloves. 6-ounce gloves were tiny.
What are they now, 10-ounce?
Well, it depends on what weight class you're at, and I think anything over 130, anything past 130, they use 8-ounce.
Yeah.
And from 130 to 168 pounds, they use 10-ounce.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And then some of the super heavyweights, I think they make them use 12-ounce, but 10-ounce gloves, what I used to fight with, is no fucking joke.
Yeah.
I think those are a little too.
It's a little fun fact right here.
Yeah, you put a pair of 10-ounce gloves on right now, and you're going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Little fun fact right here,
especially a
man.
Mexican one.
You gotta have you gotta have your cardio too, man. Because
The longest box match was 110 rounds.
that's the one. That's what I'm talking
By
about.
Andy Bowen and Jack Burt, right? Lasted 7 hours and 19
That's
minutes.
fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
Was
bro.
that in New
Can you
York
imagine
City?
the fucking balls those guys had?
New Orleans?
Oh, was it New Orleans?
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Crazy.
110 fucking rounds. Can you imagine that?
No, hell no.
10 rounds. I used to fight 10, and it was like it would go by fast, but just the toll on your body.
What is it? 2-minute rounds?
3-minute rounds.
3-minute rounds.
I don't believe in that 2 minute for fucking women. Girls fight. The 3-minute rounds, and you got to put your body through 90 days, 120 days of a training camp just to train your body to make the weight, to learn how to flush your body out, 5 pounds of water out of every round, and just teaching your body to, you get up in the mornings before you run and you weigh yourself. Then you run 5 to 7 miles, and then you come right back and you weigh yourself again. And then you're going to eat a little bit of something. You weigh yourself after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're going to go run sprints on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And, you're going to weigh yourself before you run sprints. You're going to weigh yourself after sprints. It's just you're constantly weighing yourself, measuring how much you can eat that day and how much you're dispersing in the gym. The gym is where it all comes out. So you're training 20, 24 fucking rounds in the boxing gym.
Yeah.
3 rounds of shadow boxing. You're going to do 3, 4, 5 rounds of sparring. You're going to go to the bag. You're going to go to the double M bag, the speed bag. We're talking about 3, 4 rounds each on this thing. And then you're going to fucking jump rope for 10 minutes. And then you're going to do your calisthenics. And before you know, you've already dropped 12 to 16 fucking pounds in one training session. So you're training your body to lose all that weight. So you go in, and the doctor comes and see you, and they put you on the scale right before you get wrapped up. And I would weigh 159 3/4 at the weigh-in. And then 24 hours later, when it would step on the scale before I would get wrapped, I would be 172 pounds.
No shit.
And then after 10 rounds of boxing, I'd be 154 fucking pounds.
God damn.
God, that's crazy.
No kidding.
That's crazy.
No shit. And just the toll that you're training your body to drop all that weight.
Yeah.
Constant.
I know it's crazy. Maybe not all fighters do that, but that's how my body would do. I would have to train my body to trick it to learn how to drop all that fucking weight in one round, and like in the corner, not being able to take a big old drink of water and just sipping and rinsing and sipping and just teaching your body. This is your dehydration point.
Yeah. Man, that's fucking nuts. So I mean, like these boxers, you're training because you'll sit there and eat, right? Because like you won't eat, you weigh in. You eat 24 hours a day because you gotta get something in your body. You need the energy to last for the fucking 12 rounds, right? So it almost seems like they're training their body, but like all you're using is the fucking food you ate.
Well, me and Jesse James Leha we were in countless training camps together, and we would train together, and we would eat the same thing, and we would drop the same amounts of weight.
Yeah.
And we would train side by side.
What would you eat? Like high carbs?
Well, back then, like we weren't really schooled on a lot of this high protein stuff. We would make sure that we did have the right amount of carbs and the right amount of proteins, and like we didn't know anything about this high protein stuff. So we were just on a lot of these old school boxing diets, but like we would train hard, and then 24 hours before the weigh-in, like no trying out completely, no eating, no drinking, nothing.
Yeah.
And then sleep the last 5 pounds off. You know,
Holy crap.
just crazy. And then you're down to the fucking weigh-ins, and James would weigh in, and like we would have the first thing that we would drink sometimes is a canister of carrot juice, and you'd be so dehydrated that as soon as you dropped it into your body, your fucking palms would turn orange.
Holy crap.
Just your body so depleted from drink and eating and drying out, just trying to make the fucking weight and killing yourself.
Yeah.
And that's part of the boxing. A lot of fighters used to get hurt when back in the early 80s and the 70s. They would weigh in the day of the fight. So if the fight was at 8, they would weigh in at 8 o'clock in the morning and fight that night. And a lot of these fighters weren't rehydrating.
Yeah.
That's why they have a lot of rehydration clauses now. And oh no, you can only weigh so much. Well, fuck it, we could go in there and weigh whatever the fuck we wanted. Yeah. But like a lot of these guys weren't. That's why they went from 15 rounds to 12 rounds, because a lot of these guys weren't rehydrating themselves back properly. And yeah, and that's what happens. Like, your brain's dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first thing that dries up is your fucking brain.
Yep.
So if you're taking fucking shots in your brain, it's not good.
Yeah, that CTE is fucking affecting you hard.
So I don't like these rehydration clauses in the boxing and shit. Like, no, let the fighter rehydrate where he wants. If he wants to come in as heavy as he wants and pay the price for it in the ring, let him.
Yeah.
But don't tell the fighter, oh, you can only rehydrate up to this amount.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah, that's right. Because if you train that way, it becomes your strategy.
Yeah, it becomes like I said, you're training to drop these pounds off of you every round.
Yeah.
So it becomes like a science. Like, how many pounds did I lose in this round? But you're not, when you're fighting, you're not even thinking about it, because the fucking dude across the ring from you is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that about professional boxing. You watch a lot of this MMA stuff. There's a lot of nobility about boxing. Like, you don't hit the man when he's down on the ground, and I see a lot about that in the MMA and the UFC shit. And the guy's out. He's already going out. He's already out on the ground, and you see the guy just
jump on,
hit him one time, and it's not right. But there's a lot of nobility in boxing. It's a gentlemanly sport, and fighters respect each other a lot in boxing because of a lot of the hard work. You got to train fucking hard to box. Yeah. And a lot of the UFC and the MMA guys, I used to spar with a whole bunch of them. Albert Garcia, all them great kids, man, fucking awesome. But their dad used to put them in there with me, just boxing only. And it'd be like, it's hard. It's a difficult fucking sport. And it looks easy on TV. You don't realize these dudes are fucking what their bodies are going through. Yeah. And the psychology you have to take on another man because he's fucking trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of it not losing your shit when you get hit in the face. Where it's just like, fuck, okay, I'm taking hit after hit. And then it starts to affect the way you fucking box. And now it's like, all right, dude, he's out.
Well, after years of amateurs, and you get in there, and it's part of, like, when we were talking about the San Fernando gym in San Antonio and all the great fighters that came out of that gym. That was my gym. I was there with Joe Susan. To this day, I still represent the Leja family. They are. James is my brother.
Yeah. Fucking A.
I talk to him all the time, man. We went through hell together.
Yeah.
How long were you at that gym?
Oh, fucking
the whole career?
Long time, yeah.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Long time. But I met a lot of great people there, man. Joe Souza was like a father to me.
Yeah.
And, probably the greatest cut man in the history of boxing to this day. Like, he paved the way for all these new cut men in boxing, and even the cut men in the UFC, but he was like a father to me. And I was telling Abraham, I already knew a whole lot about boxing, and some of the shit I didn't know, he fucking schooled me up on that.
Yeah.
I mean, like how to watch a boxing match on TV. Like, it's weird. Like, you don't watch either guy. You just watch the space in the middle. Like what the fuck? Like, stuff like that, And I miss Joe dearly. Man, his wife, Virginia, like, they were like parents to me. Yeah. She just passed away a couple of months ago, so she was a beautiful woman, good woman.
Damn,
but, yeah.
God damn, that's badass to have that kind of connection, man.
Yeah. And like James's dad, Jesse James Leja, James's dad, Jesse. That's how James got his nickname, Jesse James, from his dad. But he was a great fighter too in San Antonio. Him and Louis Leja, his brother, and all the whole Leja family. Like, just coming up with them, just complete love and respect.
Yeah. Have you ever coached?
I train. I train right now.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I train. I'm training this one kid right now. He wants to be an amateur fighter. But, after his first training session, he found out real quick. It's like, this isn't football or basketball. You don't play boxing, So,
that's true.
and he was, his dad was like, he's gassed, bro. Like, just take it easy. I'm like, this is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Boxing is every day. It's not a Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's an everyday thing. It's something that becomes your religion. You have to become boxing if you want to be really good.
Yeah.
If you want to be really, really good. You want to fight in the Golden Gloves like me over there in San Antonio. You want to go to Olympic trials. You want to get it as an amateur. You're gonna have to put in a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
You want to be a pro.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize, like, you want to be a professional fighter. It takes a lot of fucking hard work. You can have all the talent in the world. You can have all, you can be quick and fast and tough. But man, if you don't have great work ethics, you're not going to get it done.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it done.
Hard work beats talent.
It does. It really does. Like, it takes a lot of hard work to box.
Yeah.
But countless. I mean, me and James must have ran around the fucking world twice. All the miles we ran.
Yeah.
Just countless training camps, and just I admire James. He's like my brother, and just the way he would keep his head during training camps. You go through a lot of emotional shit.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty emotional guy. You can tell.
Yeah, I can tell.
But just watching James and learning how he would keep his fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, nothing would bother him. But we would talk about things that he wouldn't tell a lot of people. But that's like one day, him and his wife Lisa were joking around, and we're really, really close. They had me around since I was a kid, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Lisa joked, and she's like, JoJo ever wrote a book about us where he'd tell it all. And you're like, everything that went on around behind closed doors, like, we're just learning how to keep your cool at that level.
Yeah.
And not letting people
That seems like that would be really hard. Like, especially for somebody that's first starting out, that's not used to. I mean, I can see how when you've already been doing it for a long time, you got the mentality, but like somebody that's just starting out, how to keep your cool.
Well, starting out is probably hard, but if you've been an amateur boxer like myself and into the pros and did all that, maintaining the shit is even harder.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know.
And not getting bored, not letting distractions, because I was really good about fighting, and then I would have fun in there.
Yeah.
Fucking loved that shit.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was nothing like it. But then after the fight, I'd get fucked up for months and do coke and just get fucking crazy. And then, but I had this discipline in me, like, all right, it's time to go to training camp, and I'd just drop everything. Let's go.
Cold turkey right there. Just fucking.
And it was just, you had to have that switch.
Yeah.
Just like you have to have that switch when they ring the bell. After they say the referee says, I explain all the rules in the dressing room. You go back to your corner, you get the last instructions, and you turn around. You got to have that fucking switch on you.
Yeah. See, that's crazy because like when you're fighting in the ring, right? Do you hear the bell?
Yeah, well, not really. You have to respect the referee. The referee is the man in charge.
Yeah.
So he's the one. If you're a good referee, he's telling you. You got 10 seconds, guys. You got 10 seconds.
Okay.
So and so you're listening to them.
Yeah.
You have to listen to the referee.
Yeah.
He's the man in charge. So you got a good referee in there, but really you're so focused in that a lot of people don't realize you have to have a lot of focus to box.
Yeah. That's what I would imagine, because you got this guy in front of you, like you were saying, he's trying to kill you, and fuck, even if the referee stepped in front, I was like, what's he doing? He's in my way. And I'm like, I have to stop. And I'm like, the round's over.
Well, I had a bad habit as an amateur when I got to Joe's gym in San Fernando and San Antonio, one of the greatest gyms in the world. Just produced great champions, the Ayalas, Tony Ayala, Leja.
Yeah.
Just produced great champions. Javier Alvarez, one of the greatest amateurs in the amateur ranks in the United States. But when I got to San Fernando gym, just the not being able to focus in and just like playing around, and Joe pulled me. He's like, "Hey, you have to focus. You have to focus. Like, you cannot keep your fucking eyes off these dudes."
Yeah.
These dudes, and I found out real quick, those guys in San Fernando gym were there to hurt you. They were just sparring and little light sparring shit. No, those guys were in there to maul you, and so you had to keep your eyes on them. That's the main thing about boxing. You have to learn to focus, stay on it, and do not keep your eyes off your opponent.
Yeah.
Focus is the main thing.
Yeah. As soon as you lose it, you're getting popped.
You're getting hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I learned a lot about being a body puncher and getting hit in the body and learning how to take it and train your body. And there in San Fernando, a lot of body artists. And so I learned to throw the body shots.
Yeah.
And it became one of my strongest points is hit a dude in the body and just
break him down.
Watch his face change on you. You know,
you're like, oh, yeah, I know that hurt.
Like the life leaves out of him, and you know, you're like, okay, I got you. And so you have to also learn to, when you take a mean body shot, not to show any of that.
No, I imagine, because I mean, you want to show weakness.
Want to show them, but
so like, oh, that hurt. So
yeah,
don't hit me there again.
We were trained to throw mean fucking body shots, and I mean, it was part of boxing, part of the Mexican style of boxing. But for some reason in San Antonio, it was just like that was it.
Yeah,
like I was gonna try and fucking eat your liver up.
Damn it. Goddamn liver
try
shots.
and knock your fucking liver
God.
on the next side of your body. Let's see how you like that shit, and then come back out in the next round. Let's do it again.
God, it's crazy that we just didn't take that fucking chingazo to the liver, right? And like, nope, I'm not getting out of the ring. And I'm like, God damn, I know that fucking hurts.
Oh man,
hey, you want to throw up?
Most people, you get hit in the liver. That's it.
Drop,
Game over.
And so, learning to train your mind and train your body, not to even show. A fighter knows when he lands a good body shot that, he got you good, and so but you just gotta suck it up. Yeah. You can't breathe. Your blood is shot. Your mind is shot from a shot like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just gotta learn to train yourself to take that shit.
he's fucking looking at you like, oh fuck, he just ate that shit, Yeah. But you're in your own head, you're like, oh my God, I'm fucking throw up.
It's discouraging because you hit a guy in the body so much, and he's not even responding. So it's all.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, it seems like when you're taking in somebody to the body like that, and it seems like this guy's mentality is like, I'm just taking it. For you, that's hitting him, you're like, fuck.
He's eating it.
He's eating them. Like it's gotta have like a reverse. Oh. That's it right there.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
And it's on both sides, because your liver gloves the entire front of your stomach.
Yeah.
So like both sides, and then
hold on. Okay. I had to tighten up a little bit.
Like I would spar with Albert Garcia and all the kids in the MMA here at the gyms, and I would fucking hit him in the body. And then after a little while, the next sparring session, Albert would start hitting me in the body. I'd be like, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you're getting it. Body.
Yeah.
Body damage.
Kill it.
Boy.
It's like, it's too hard to take it from the head down. You need to hit that foundation.
Well, some dudes are just fucking hard-headed, and you just got to break them down. But to me, it's always been part of the Mexican style of boxing, and you just got to work both top and bottom.
So a lot of that, I mean, you got to have a hell of a core. I mean, because what's coming.
Fuck yeah.
So your core has to be solid.
That's why I train my stomach
solid.
still to this day. I'll be damned if a fucking dude hits me in the stomach. And I'm going, that'd be the worst place for him to hit me.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Yeah, he can fucking hit me with a baseball bat in my stomach, and I'm just gonna look at him like,
like Tung Po kicking that fucking post just over and over and over again.
That's how I train my stomach every day. Okay, keep your core strong. That's where you get all your power.
Yeah.
That's where you get your focus. That's where you get everything.
Yeah,
everything. Bruce Lee, big on the core and the chi and all that, but it's right there. Your solar plex.
Yeah,
your core.
Damn, I might have to hit you up. Give me at least point me to some exercises. I don't know how to work out.
I'll show you everything about boxing from the ground up. I'll teach you everything.
I don't really care about. I mean, boxing would be cool to learn, but to me, the whole working out, I got to get in shape first. So
well, you get in shape first, but if you ever want to box, I'll teach you everything.
Oh, fucking A. I may need to learn something because, You never know who's gonna be sitting in that chair. You know.
I love teaching. I love teaching. I love like Sergio. You know.
Yeah.
Sergio. He's like a baby giraffe. Legs sometimes.
I hope he hears that.
But you know, like over the years, like how much he's improved.
Tiffany,
he's just improved
Sergio,
so much.
Yeah.
So much. He really has. Like now, I just call out the combinations and pop. Like he's improved.
Sergio looks way different to me than I've known Sergio forever. So I remember Sergio when we were younger. You know, of course, everybody grows differently, but he was really skinny and really tall.
Yeah, he was.
And now, like, he's solid.
Yeah.
Like, he's solid.
And I remember his son told me when I had already been training him for like 4 months, and he was like, he just looks a lot leaner. Just like boxing just makes you lean, you know?
Yeah.
Just get you nice and lean and dropping all that bad water like we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just
muscle.
He's improved a lot.
Yeah.
And I like the way Sergio. Now we can go grab a training session and he'll just pick it up. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
He already knows what's asked of him. That shadow box first 3 rounds. Shadow box is where you get your style. You develop your style. You know what I mean? And the footwork. Like I say, he was like a baby giraffe. Like his footwork was horrible. Now his footwork's a lot better. It's just you got to work at it.
Yeah.
You got to work at it. It's not like lifting weights. Like I'm new to lifting weights. But, you know, not everybody's going to get up under there at 54 years old and bench press 365 fucking pounds like nothing. But when I do that, because I know how to work my way up.
Yeah.
It takes work. It takes a lot of hard work. Like, it takes a lot of good work ethics. And boxing taught me all that, like, how to have great work ethic. So that's why I don't have any problems getting up early and going to the health club and lifting weights for 2.5 fucking hours. Real hard.
It's just second nature now.
Yeah, so I like it.
I need that. Fuck yeah, I need that. That's because I don't, man. Like whatever drive, I've lost it. You know, I'm not gonna say lost it. I'm saying I can't get it back. You know, obviously you can get it back, but you know, I do.
You can
have
always
a lot
get
of,
it back.
Yeah, I have a lot of information for guys. Be like, dude, I got to get up early in the morning. You know, my fucking lifestyle right now is like, hey, you get up when you get up. You know, you go to work when you go to work, and that's not where I want to be, man. Because that's not a healthy place to be.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
You need some structure. Everyone needs a little bit of structure. Exactly. Hey man, you get up at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym. You come home, do your shit, go to work. When you're done, come home and fucking handle your business. Don't just sit on the fucking couch.
You should start feeling a lot better. And I hate to hear some of the guys that say, "Well, I work all day and I don't have time to go to the gym." Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Get your fucking ass up early in the morning. I get up at 4:30 in the morning every day.
Yeah. Time to go to bed.
Whether I go to the gym at 8 or whether I go at 7:30.
Yeah.
But I get up at 4:30 because successful men get up at 4:30 in the morning every fucking day.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about successful men on fucking meth at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like training your body and training
yeah.
your mind to get up at 4:30 in the fucking morning where you're fucking sore and you're hurting,
Yeah.
because you can get a lot done.
Yeah.
You can get a lot done. I go to bed. I'm usually in bed by 10:30.
No shit.
Tonight's going to be a long night for me, so I'm gonna kick back, watch a movie, make myself something to eat, and I always eat real light. I don't eat real heavy at night.
Yeah.
Just learned how to do all that. I remember I used to stuff my face at night. I'd be sitting there, and my ex-wife would be like, "God, looks like you can't even breathe." I'm like, I fucking can't.
Yo.
And just eating fast food.
Just make yourself
and
miserable.
Just fucking miserable.
Yeah.
It was just horrible smoking cigarettes. I vape now, but and I can't even stand the smell of a fucking cigarette now.
Yeah.
It makes me nauseous. I can't do it. It stinks. I'd rather vape, even though it's probably kind of bad for you too, but I'd rather vape. I just don't feel as bad as I used to when I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. And just changing my whole lifestyle as far as the health thing was. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it anymore. Eating like that, especially right before I went to bed. I'd get up miserable in the morning, go to work. It was just horrible.
Yeah. Tell you one thing, man, you made me feel like a piece of shit for not going to work out this morning. But it's true though. You know what you're saying. A lot of it's true, man.
I think we all have it in us. We all have.
Absolutely.
We all have that structure. It's like to tell a lot of these young kids, like my niece Kalia. Like, hey, I was taking her to school one morning, and I said, you know, this is your training in life. You have to get up early in the morning and get ready and go to school, because this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be getting up early in the morning or late at night, and you're going to be getting ready to go to work to take care of yourself and make a living for yourself and do something for yourself. Or you might be getting up to get ready to go to college, but you have to train your mind now to do shit like that.
Yeah.
It's not easy. There's one thing you hear a lot about boxing and just fucking life in general is you gotta have a lot of fucking discipline to box.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, being 120-day training camp, you can't eat what you want. You gotta train your ass off. You're losing all that weight. You can't have sex. You can't jack off. You can't do none of that shit. And a lot of people are like, "What? That's crazy." I said, well, you don't live my life.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say, that's great, I can't do no, I can't have no sex for no 120 days. Well, then you're not me.
Yeah.
It takes
That's
a lot of
Yeah. If we get in the ring,
discipline.
not to touch yourself, man. I can be easy going there, just throw one out.
Yank one out,
But
yeah.
you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just, I remember I was still young. We'd be running in the mornings, and I'd be like, oh. And like in the middle of the run, you know, it would come out.
Yeah.
But it's just your body cleansing itself also. So there was nothing to be ashamed of. It was just you're ejaculating on yourself while you're running because your body can't hold that anymore. And your body at the time you're already in full training camp, it's full of so much dopamine, natural dopamine that, you know, it's just something natural.
Yeah.
It's like a wet dream where you're on a 5-mile run. It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it
Well,
happens.
I mean, that makes sense though.
It's got to go.
It happens. A lot of people don't realize that does happen.
Yeah.
It happens to every fighter. It just happens, you know. And I have the discipline to not want to have a piece of ass right before the fight. And when I was younger, we'd be in Vegas, man, in big fights, you know, Chavez undercards and beautiful women everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, but just
You
to
gotta
have
focus.
that discipline and not to.
But after the fight,
do
though,
that.
oh shit!
So you said 30 days?
But-
It's fucking on.
Sometimes we'd stay there for 2 weeks after the fight. It was just crazy lifestyle. Like just goes to show you, like you get right back into that partying mode.
Yeah.
And I now wish that I would have had more discipline to not go into those kind of modes, because there's no telling what I could have done or how many more fights I could have had. I didn't fight under my natural given name.
Yeah.
And so, because we're doing a lot of now the federal government makes you get a federal boxing license.
Oh, shit.
Because we still have to have a boxing license in the state you're fighting out of or whatever. Like you're going to fight in Las Vegas, yeah, they have to license you there too. But the feds, they make sure that you have a federal boxing license now. And back when we were coming up, you could go fight in San Antonio and then go to Biloxi and fight 2 weeks later. And like, this is crazy, and a lot of fighters were getting hurt.
Yeah.
So the feds stepped in and were like, we can't do that anymore.
Damn, that's crazy though.
Federal licensing.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore. And so, to me, the trick of boxing is there's a window, and you got to make as much money as you can.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to last long in boxing. But you want to try and make as much money as you can and fight as many fights as you can. So I had 2 records, both under different names.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, I can't find you in the record book. You're not going to fucking find me in the record book. Well, what'd you fight under? I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that.
You got to do what you got to do.
I know I
Yeah,
had a good record though. But not a bad record. It was a good record. I had a lot of amateur fights too, and, you know, Olympic trials.
How
Golden
many
gloves.
How many total fights would you?
Professional?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess professional.
I had 39.
Man, that's a lot. Damn, that's a lot.
36 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 18
Hell of
knockouts.
a record.
No shit. God damn, that is.
That's a hell of a record.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. I could have done a lot more. I fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man,
Hey, man, everybody does.
yeah,
fucked up a lot, but-
who hasn't?
But then boxing becomes your life. So I'm going to continue it.
Yeah.
So
Seems
hopefully
like
here pretty soon we'll open up a gym on my
Damn,
own.
that'd be badass,
Yeah.
man.
Get you in there.
Fuck you.
There you go, Oscar.
So
I'd
it's
get in
going to
there.
be a
Don't hit me
non-contact.
hard though.
It's non-contact gym.
Yeah.
But it's just boxing and fitness, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
going to be my initials: Jab, boxing and fitness.
Maybe-
Jose Abel Barquera,
Maybe some liver
Jab.
shots every once in a while.
Yeah, well,
No contact. Just
Yeah.
helping people be healthy, mentally, physically.
yeah, that's my main thing, man. Because I mean, of course, with us, everybody getting up in age, you know, you do kind of lack on that. Like I want to go back to being more fit, being more nimble, being just a little more lively, you know. And I, of course, obviously, if you listen to these podcasts enough, you can tell. At least I can when I listen to them. You know, I'm like, man, I just wasn't in. Like, there's just this 24-hour brain fog that I have. You know, and I know that it's from the lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, we're just eating. I fucking sleep late as shit. I wake up. You know,
You've gotten to a comfortable spot in your life.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I come across this fucking, which is true. You know, I'm living in my good times, but I know bad times are coming.
Well, you're living in
know?
your good times, and you already know bad times are coming. So
Yeah.
just start making your life a little bit better.
That's where I'm at.
Now start putting a little bit of discipline in your fucking life,
Yeah.
and start being hard on yourself instead of spoiling the fuck out of yourself.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that right there.
It's easy to spoil yourself.
right.
I spoiled myself for years, and I just wanted to fucking do whatever the fuck I wanted, and it's not right. And so now my discipline kicked back in, and I've always been a real disciplined athlete.
Yeah.
You know, I was always a great athlete. I played football, basketball, baseball, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that about you when we were talking a little bit. You played at Sol Ross, you said?
Yeah, I played at Sol Ross for a year. I played football. I played college football. I played for the Sol Ross Lobos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Bad News Bears of college football. Yeah, it's great times. I played 1 year there, but then we left, and my dad sent me to San Antonio and got ready for the Olympic trials in boxing. It was just like that for me.
Yeah.
Like, and it just wasn't. I started boxing when I was younger. Boxing made me a great athlete. You don't have to be a great athlete to box,
Yeah.
but boxing can turn you into a fantastic, great athlete.
Yeah.
So I want to work with a lot of these high school kids and a lot of these high school football players. And it's just boxing is great for you. Your hand-eye coordination makes you fucking tough. Your footwork. I mean, what better way to be a great quarterback like I was in high school? Boxing made me that way. Like
fucking
the
A.
quick release, the footwork. Just great, man.
Sounds like that focus mentality, too. It helps you lock in.
Yeah, you just got and then just have the discipline to lead your team, and they follow you.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, man, you know, we like what this dude's doing.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady, man, like he's great. They call him the GOAT, but just his capacity to want to compete. You got to be a fucking competitor, man.
Yeah. And they follow, man. Like men in general, for some reason they fall in a hierarchy. When there's a bad motherfucker, you're just like, all right, man, I got your back.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like all of a sudden we just gravitate to this one dude who's just like, well, you want to call him the alpha, you want to call him whatever the fuck, you know. But it's like this guy knows his shit.
You know, before I met James Leah, he had no training partner.
Mm-hmm.
We became training partners, and it's like we did everything together, and it's just I always I want to be like James. I want to be like James. I wanted to move like James. I wanted to work in the gym like James. But I think there might have been times where he was probably like, yeah, JoJo inspires me to want to keep going, you know, and it was just like we were inseparable, and missed those days, man. But we were very young, and I made my mistakes, and we all make mistakes, and but like those days, no one can ever take away from us.
Yeah.
No
Fuck
one.
yeah.
No one. The world championship fights, the grueling training camps, just being around the atmosphere, around all the great fighters. No one can ever take that away from you.
Those
People
experiences
were like-
molded you, man.
People are like, yeah, well, you were a professional boxer, but I was more than that.
Yeah.
I was more than that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fuck. That's some good times right there, man. That's something you can always hang your hat on, man. That's fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. I lost everything in a fire. You know, my dad's house burned down. My dad left me these houses and I lost everything in a fire. I lost all my memorabilia, all my amateur trophies, my Olympic trial silver medal, and I lost everything. My world championship ring I won with James. I lost it all, but it's all here.
Yeah,
Right.
man. You still got the memory. Fucking man.
And nobody's ever going to take that away from me.
Yeah.
All the hard work, the fucking dedication, and the literally the blood, sweat, and tears that it took. But nobody's ever going to take that away from me.
Yeah. Fucking A, man. JoJo, dude, I'm so glad you came in here, bro.
Thank
That
you
gave
for
me some
having-
motivation, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man.
absolutely.
I'm gonna go back and listen to this because there's so much good.
Oh,
in
yeah,
this.
dude. There's so
I
much
mean,
good shit.
Yeah,
Like,
the diet stuff alone, you know.
yeah.
That's
I'm going to hit up I'm going to go to that holistic place.
Well,
tomorrow.
dude, like if you want to get started, just give me a call and we can go up there together and I'll introduce you and just make sure you start getting on a probiotic at night.
Yeah.
Take that probiotic right before you go to bed. Okay, and then get on it for 14 days. And when you're ready, let me know. We'll go up there, get you on the liver cleanse, and get you started on everything.
Fucking A, man.
And before you
No,
know
I'm-
it, you're gonna be fucking welterweight.
yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. But we'll get close. Hey, guys, man, thank you for listening. And take it from JoJo, man. Quit fucking spoiling yourself. Get your ass to the gym and get yourself better.
Thank you guys for having me. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much
Thank
for
you.
coming, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, guys, what to do, baby?
What to do?
All right, what do you do?